We're not unfamiliar with the bleating that goes on about e-bikes being cheating. Yet every year thousands of people flock to the Alps and the Rockies to use the chairlifts, the gondolas and the tramways to access those amazing mountains.
In the UK, the last 20 years, we've all been using shuttles, using vans, like bike parks to ride some gravity-assisted riding all day long.
Today, we've got 3 climbs and 3 descents.
This is Uplift
versus e-bike. Right, should we crack on then, Don?
Yeah.
What's this going to be about? Is it going to be about the experience, or is it going to be about who's quickest to the finish?
Well, shuttling's about smashing out runs and having loads of fun.
Yeah, it's the same on an e-bike too. But remember,
what?
Your shuttle runs to the top are of varying length, so I reckon I'm going to nail you on this.
Whatever. We're taking times on the downhill into account as well.
Count us in, Tom.
Whoa! Where's my driver?
So here we are on the first track, and because the track is so steep, the uplift method is going to be the same for both me and the Don. We're using this tarmac road. So I reckon the Don is going to be at a distinct advantage on this track from the start. But you know what? You can see why people moan about the 25 kilometers an hour limiter on e-bikes, because when you ride in roads like this, you might as well be in a van or be on a motorbike. So I far prefer to have super technical climbs which are slower speed, where you don't get anywhere near the 25 kilometers an hour limiter, and it's a far better experience really, I think. Let's get off these roads.
So I started racing downhill in '95. I was 14 years old, just had to push my bike all the way to the top of the hill. You sometimes only get like 3 or 4 runs done in a day on those big old hills. Then me and my mates all started getting old enough to be able to drive, so we'd go to our usual tracks and just take it in turns to shuttle each other up and down and get loads of riding done. Of course, that's what started to happen to downhill racing as well. So in the UK, you just rely on vans and trucks, cattle trucks, things like that. So it's a great way of getting loads of gravity riding in. So today, I think I'm going to beat Steve. I'm going to have loads more fun, and I reckon I'm going to get more runs done. Today, I've got the bonus of having a driver with me, so we're not even taking it in turns to do runs. I'm just going to be flat out doing runs all day long. Right. Cheers, drive. Go.
So here we go, coming up to the start of run number 1. The van's overtaken me, the Don's ahead by a couple of minutes, but I'm not stressing. We've got 2 more runs after this. There's no way I'll catch him on this one, but we'll see how it goes on the next couple.
Ah, there you go, 1 run in the bag. I think I'm still in the lead, even with a crash. Once a downhiller, always downhiller. Got to get the excuses in quick. It's flipping muddy. There's Steve. Steve! Hi there.
I think I'm behind at the minute. I reckon these guys have got a better chance.
Right, time for run 2. Only problem here is we've got a long route round on this one, so that's the big problem with Uplift some tracks. You've got to go where the road goes, obviously. So I think I'm losing time here. Clear left, think Steve might be having me, but it's nice and warm in here, plus I've got sweets, so it's not the end of the world. So I am ahead of Steve at the moment because I beat him down that last run, but I've got a funny feeling he's clawing some time back, especially if he's in turbo mode. But anyway, I'll try and catch him up if he gets ahead of me.
Now the thing with Uplift is you're only as quick as the road that takes you to the top. This time the Don has got a long way around to go on his climb, and I'm tackling a far more technical, direct route, and I really need to reel the Don in. I got 2 minutes down on him. I really need to catch that bugger.
Actually, this is quite a long route round now, so we might be losing time here.
The thing is, the Don is sat in the van, whereas I'm getting a full riding experience, and in my book, that's way better. Oh crikey, is that the van up there? I reckon I'm there.
Let's go.
Oh boy, the Don, yes, I've got him, pulled in those 2 minutes.
There he is.
Well, I better press on because he's going to be hounding me down that descent. Whoa!
Right, I'll get in the back. Right, we're neck and neck. 1 run to go. However, I'm thirsty. Is there a drive-through around here? Here he is.
Oh God, looks like I'm working with some...
I can't hear what he's saying. I'll turn the heater down.
Looks like I'm working with some comedians, eh?
It's almost too hot in here.
Oh God, I tell you what, so much for e-bikes are cheating. You can see who's doing the cheating.
Been past any drive-throughs or not?
Ho, ho, ho.
I'll see you.
God. No, I'll see you. I'll see you. Don, I'm really sorry. Barriers closed, which means no uplift.
You're doing this on purpose.
Honestly, I'm not doing it on purpose. Honestly not. But you know, that's the great thing about e-bikes. You've got the freedom. You haven't got to worry about an uplift. So,
well, I can ride to the top as well. But
Don, it's a beautiful climb to the top, honestly.
Lovely. Right, I'll get to it. I'll still beat you. Maybe.
So here we are at the top of the last run of this test, and you know what, I've got a feel for the Don pushing up that hill, but then again he's been sat in the van all day, and you know what, that's not something I'd actually want to do. And if you did say 10 runs in an uplift and the uplift's 20 minutes long, that's 3.5 hours in the van. On the e-bike you've got the freedom to do what you want, and I just love that. So here we go, let's pile into this last run. See where the Don is, he's probably halfway down the hill.
Run 2, Steve.
Run 2, it's a beautiful day for it, you know?
Isn't it? Lovely Welsh sunshine, isn't it?
I tell you what, Don, I'll see you back here on run 4 about that.
Cool, then. The cheek of it. Just liquid sunshine.
So that's that, Don.
That was that.
That is that. Where are we at with times?
Well, e-bikes are always going to be faster. I think if you've got a direct route to the top, e-bikes, you do so much more riding, and you're riding the whole time.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm sat there sipping on my lovely coffee.
I did notice you drinking a lot of coffee today.
There's positives to each, but that was good fun.
Do you know what, I do see though, van life can have its benefits, and whereas a lot of people say it's cheating, for me it enables a load of people to have a great time on their hardtails or their downhill bikes and just get their riding skills in, right?
And of course, going to the Alps, getting on that gondola for a week, that is an amazing thing to do. It's a lot of fun.
So there you go. I mean, first ever chairlift was in Sun Valley, Idaho in 1937. 40 years later came the mountain bike. And there we are, 40 years later again, we have the e-bike.
Yeah, I actually think in the Alps it's going to open up these areas where there aren't ski lifts. Now you don't have to go to the ski lifts, go wherever you want. Yeah. So are e-bikes the death of shuttling?
That's a big question. For me, I love full time on the bike, so you're doing technical climbs and you're having a great day out, whereas I don't really want to be stuck in a shuttle van. And if you do 10 runs in a shuttle, you could potentially be in a van for 4 hours a day. For me, I feel really fortunate to be able to ride an e-bike myself. What about you?
For me, I don't shuttle anymore, but the e-bike is now doing it for me, so it's a yes from me.
And you're in training. If you want to see more videos, there's e-bikes versus downhill floating around up here somewhere.
Over there for another us versus each other, are e-bikes fast?
And what about that globe? Where's that going to be?
Somewhere around here.
Yeah, you're going to subscribe, hit the globe there.
Hit the thumbs up, so it's down there somewhere.
Yeah, in the woods.